Polluted Thoughts Podcast, real talk with real people. I'm your host, Colin Garrett.
The YMCA. Listen, the song is genius. Terrible video.
Oh, I've never seen. There's like a
the video. The video is just like, it's
Soul
a
Train
meme
type stuff.
Nah, it's like they got different archetypes. They got Indian man, like a chief, a dude wearing like shorts, but he's a construction worker.
Like everyone can have fun at the YMCA type vibe.
It is very. It is Pride Month, so like you know what I mean. No pause. We're gonna keep it there, but it was definitely implied, or it gave off the bad message, the wrong message.
Yeah, I mean that could have been. It was the '80s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the '80s was kind of gay in general. They came off like that.
Yeah, which
looking back on it,
I'm not mad at it.
I mean, it's the YMCA. It's one of like the best songs of all time.
Honestly,
it's on like the top, probably 100 most top like famous songs of all time.
Somebody just did this, and I think like other people need to do their own deep dive on the top 10 LGBTQ bangers.
I'll pull it up.
What's the top? Lil Nas X.
Yeah, he's got to be on.
He's on there. He's on there.
Q top 10 songs. Let's see.
George Michael got to be on there.
Number 1 is "Born This Way" by Lady Gaga.
Okay. I mean,
"I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor, which is ironic. Her name is Gaynor. "I'm Coming Out" by Diana Ross.
Yep.
"True Colors" by Cyndi Lauper, which I don't think I know off the top of my head. Yeah. "Dancing on My Own."
Nope. Who's that by?
By Robin. It's a one name. She's gotta be Canadian with something like that.
No.
"Vogue" by Madonna.
Oh, strike a pose.
Yeah. "I Want to Break Free" by Queen. I could see that.
Okay.
"Over the Rainbow" by Judy Garland.
Yep.
That one's kind of like, "Small Town Boy" by Bronski Beat, and "Follow Your Arrow," which I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense.
There's better ones. There's better ones out there. There's better ones. Are you into? Do you like R&B music? Are you? Because also like I'm saying, like I know you like rap.
Yeah, I like a little bit of everything. Even I'd say I don't like country, but then there are some songs that like I guess I'm like, this is good.
They put that 808 in there.
Yeah. Well, they kind of like fuse.
They put that bop in there. Yeah.
They put like the southern like.
Morgan, why are you doing this to me, Morgan?
Yeah. Fucking who's the other dude I was getting hip to the other day? It was like I need some help. I didn't do this by myself. Exactly. It was a vibe. I was like, I caught my foot moving and stuff. I guess I'm definitely into R&B, but more like 2000s, like my childhood stuff. Yeah. My mom used to listen to like a lot of R&B, so I'd listen to my mom.
Okay.
But not really like current R&B, I guess, like that.
Yeah. Well, if you listen to current R&B, the LGBTQ community is like that. They're making the best. Like,
yeah.
And if you especially if you like 2000 R&B,
yeah.
Like, if you like that sound, that like today there's one dude, Destin Conrad. Fire.
That's one thing that's really cool about you is like I noticed like in your discography when you go through it on like Spotify, how many people you've worked with and like the different people that you work with, just people that I've never heard of. And like I was listening to it was DJ, I want to say it was a Slop DJ. That's gonna be fucked up if I called him DJ Slop and that's not his name. It was like a collab album of 2 different people, and you were featured on a song, and I'd never heard of these two, like Dysfunctional something maybe. Fuck.
Oh, no.
I'm messing up both names, but I'm in the wheelhouse.
No, is it K-Night?
No, it was, it's an EP, it was like 5-6 songs, and it was like a DJ something, and I'm sorry that I'm fucking your name up, because I just listened to it like 2 weeks ago.
I apologize for also forgetting.
Yeah. If you go, we can find it later, but it's cool that you be finding people that I've never heard of.
No, they find me.
They find you.
Yeah. So,
local or just like worldwide?
Worldwide.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so, I wish I could remember the exact thing. So like the discography is What's funny is that so all right, let me back. As Yo Daddy Doe, so what people don't know, what you don't know, what most people don't know, most people who are here locally know I was a whole other artist before.
I was gonna ask that too, because I was unaware at the beginning. So,
was.
Who were you before Yo Daddy Doe?
Y Hoppa.
Y Hoppa. Okay.
Yeah. And cool. as Y Hoppa, Young Grasshopper.
That's a dope name.
Like I released a lot of music, and like into that, just releasing a lot of music, connecting with a lot of different people. Some people kind of like, caught on, followed the journey, and then in the break was I moved to Texas, so I lived in Texas. Okay. This is where I met one of my best friends. I was in JUCO there. Dom, he's the head of Sunday Dinner Records. Okay. So I am a professional rapper on the label Sunday Dinner Records. That's dope.
As Yo Daddy Doe, or as
Yo Daddy Doe.
I was gonna say.
And I mean, why that is like, Y Hoppa. Yeah. A lot of those origins, like it started there. It's kind of like there. I was rapping here, like I was rapping locally, like very very early on. 209, shout out 104, shout out Suge and them. Like we were in the basement, like ciphers, or like, you know what I'm saying, like
yeah. How young? What age? Like 14, 15. Yes. Yeah. Where that stuff.
Shout out Jay Bird, Market Basket Boy, right? Like, and so I got connected with
that was them. Someone's name. Sorry, I'm not tied in. So Market Basket Boy. Yeah, that's hard as fuck.
Well, no, Jay Bird, you know what I'm saying? They're fam brother with Suge. Yeah. And he had it was local. You gotta look it up. Market Basket Boy. You gotta look it up.
Tough as fuck.
Oh, it's hard. And so like just, my brother and Suge, they, you know what I'm saying? They were hanging out. Mm-hmm. And then Jay Bird was, okay, so they're making music. I'm connecting with another producer, VJ. He has connection with JC the God, and so things are like, okay, but then I leave. I'm living in Texas for a while, going to school, meet Dom. They kind of give me more of like that, like, and so my family's from like down south, and so it's like there's a different approach, different love, different like, and so like in Texas is where I was like, okay, this is how I want to make music. This is how I want to create music. This is what I want to sound like. This is what I want to say. It also was a huge culture shock, both like, so I moved to East Texas first, which is like right there on Shreveport, Louisiana. It's like right over Tyler Junior College.
Big blues, jazz, kind of like
huge,
right?
But also like you're out there in sundown towns, you're out there in dry land, you're out there in just the Texas you think about. Yeah, maybe not exactly, because that's probably south. Anyways, so we connect with I connect with Dom, his twin brother Dre, Breeze, and then again just building off the love with living in a dorm. I ultimately moved because it was the furthest place that I could get, that I could also live. The cheapest, furthest, but I could also
just for school, or
just for anything. Really, mainly school. Yeah. But I was just like,
just to get away.
Yeah. I was also getting kicked out.
I feel that. Just to like expand your mind and come back, or just to escape because you were like, I need to get the fuck out of here.
I had to get the fuck out. Like my mom, I think, recognized, like there's like, I don't know, like a lot of people died. Damn, this is gonna be dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, but just seeing a lot of just death and destruction of people who you should have seen gone on to greatness. Yeah. Right, like, and you know what I mean? Like, I know we live in this area. Yeah. We see it every day, every year. There are people who should go on to greatness, and then in a couple years something happens.
Yeah. Well, life can change so quickly.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, well, you gotta, travel. Like, I was, as a child going to North Carolina. My whole family lives in North Carolina, so I was spending a lot of my summers in North Carolina. Okay. that's where I got introduced. That's where I got introduced to hip hop music.
That's
like
dope.
3 6 Mafia and Project Pat was like my first introduction to like
in the South too.
Like hip hop music. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like so like my love, my appreciation, my sensibilities towards music, it leans more southern than northern. So then like moving to Texas, like having moved out of Central Mass, there's a lot more black people.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it was a radical shift in how I thought. Like,
yeah,
like
I feel more like rooted.
Yeah, like, yeah. But I had no like, which it lends to like a lot of what I do today. Like you know what I mean? I moved back here and like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Because like from a community sense of, you know what I'm saying? Like we're all in this together. Like there's no, I don't know, you can't recreate that. You know what I mean? But you can because like anywhere you go, people are close, right? Like, and even as big, huge metropolitan areas, like I love metropolitan areas. I've lived in metropolitan areas up until moving back here. The best thing is being amongst people, right? And it's like there's like an unwritten rule that you're all like participating in human society. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
moving
all
things forward.
Like everyone's just kind of doing it. Everyone's all under the same understanding.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. And I can kind of see where the coffee house comes into play, like trying to bring the community and the southern comfort back up to the front.
Bring them together.
To the north, excuse me.
So anyway, so I come back here. We're you know doing a lot of music. Go back down south, move to Dallas, living in Dallas, Texas for a while. Still Y-Hopper for the most part, doing shows in Dallas, like trying to figure it out.
Focusing
but it's
on
also
just strictly music though, right?
Music, yeah. Working a warehouse job, overnights, driving everywhere. Very much illegal.
What'd you go to school for down there?
Pre-med first, and then transferred into business administration.
Work, okay.
Yeah.
And then straight into the music from there.
No.
Okay.
I worked. So just let music kind of do whatever. There's like early videos you can go find from, you know, Sunday dinner, like really, really early on. But it was hard to balance. Like it was, you know, not having enough funds to do the things that you really wanted to do was hard. Then working a full-time job is like,
is it the funds of the time?
Exactly.
That's worse. I battled that in my own head.
So I got really serious at my job for a couple years, rose up the ranks, you know what I mean? Like, and then I took a job in New Jersey. So I moved from Dallas, Texas to Jersey, took a promotion, spent, again, not doing music, but just like, so now here's where the story, so in moving to Jersey, it was like, all right, I need to find, like, find
a community?
Not find the community. I didn't care.
Okay.
Also, at the time, I had my daughter.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right, so.
Yo Daddy Doe.
Yo Daddy Doe.
Yeah, which the origins of Yo Daddy Doe, yeah.
So I took this job in Jersey so I could travel. So I'm taking the bus every weekend back and forth from Jersey to here.
Oh, damn.
I'm working a full-time job in Jersey, traveling on certain weekends back and forth to New York City, traveling in the city. Shit. I'm also losing my blindness. I'm losing my vision.
Yeah, that's wild. I wanted to talk a little bit about that too. The struggles that come with that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a whole other.
Yeah, it's a whole other podcast.
Well, yeah. Well, no.
A whole other route.
I don't know. Anyway, so at the time, right, I started with the page that exists now is We May Be Cousins. Mm-hmm. So if you follow We May Be Cousins, that is my original Instagram page.
Oh, okay.
And on that original Instagram page, I was going through at the time, it was 2012, 14, 2014, 2014, 15. Yeah. Rolling Stones 100 Songs of the Century or something like that.
Damn.
Like listening to every song, reviewing every album.
Shit.
Posting the reviews
on the page.
On the page.
That's crazy. That long ago?
Yes.
Damn. What was the page like? Did you have a name
It might have been
for
sooner. It might have been.
or was it just under your name, or was it like
I don't even remember what the name was.
You had like a dope name?
No.
No.
I didn't. I didn't have a good name. I've never had a good name.
Yo Daddy Doe's a good name.
No. I mean, I do. I've always had a good name. But like, this is why now I have 8 Instagrams. It's because I can't stop coming up. No, I'm just kidding.
You just can't like one name.
No, I just can't. I can't. No, the 8 grew now. So that page started. So, and the only reason I'm bringing it up, I was talking to AV about this the other day, and I was like, yo,
tap on your shit. I can't stop thinking about it.
Huh?
When you tap on your shit, is it like fucking the whole
page?
It's
the whole phone.
That's wild when you try to switch the accounts.
Yes.
It like goes up the whole phone.
It's the whole thing.
You scroll. I'm sorry. That shit was making me laugh. What were you talking about?
No, that's what AV was literally. I sent a screenshot to Discord. I was like, yo, look it. I'm like, look it. I got mine because I got the Yo Daddy Doe page back, which I'm. Oh, thank God. Because I've changed.
I was saying, passwords must be insane to track on 8 accounts.
And I was like, yo, fucking, I got mine. He's fucking laughing. I'm like, no, but like you know what I mean? Like I the people who followed me, like that's the thing, is that now I've created another page. We're now at 8. And like there are certain people who I know, like who follow all 8 pages. Yeah. Unprompted. I don't ask. I'm not like, yo, please. I have done it. I've done it a couple times. Like, hey, when I created Young Coffee. So in moving back here, I changed I don't remember what the page is called. I really wish I could remember. Now I'm gonna have to go see if they have like the archive. And
yeah. I see, yeah.
But I moved back here. It had to be. It might have been D. Craig. Like it might have been something that is very similar to what I have today. Okay. Because I ultimately changed it to Coffee House Craig. And part of change, and then the Coffee House Craig like is I moved back again. I'm losing. Vision is going. They have no idea. I'm getting injections.
You're not telling anybody?
Family.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
Most people today don't know. You thought I didn't fuck with you because I didn't.
Did John tell you that?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, because I obviously didn't know. Nobody told me, and I hadn't like read up on it or really like this is 2 years ago maybe, and I walked up to you. I didn't really like. I came up and I was just like, yo, and I was just kind of like hitting everybody up that was sitting down, and you were just looking the wrong way, and then I was like, does he not fuck with me or something? Because we haven't like linked up or like
we haven't been on the podcast. Man smoke. Fuck that. No. Let's start the narrative now. Man smoke. Fuck that. See, we were doing competing podcasts. He wasn't fucking with me. Simple as that. That's what was happening. That's what happened. Okay. We're setting the narrative today. No, yeah, but that's why all my friends think that's the best. That's their favorite part of going out with me is because like
that interaction will happen
every time.
Really?
Every time.
Okay, well now I don't feel as bad.
No, don't feel. It's fun. Everyone else laughs.
Have you done it on purpose before?
Never.
Okay. I mean, the comedic part of me would probably start to like fuck with people a little bit at some point. Yeah, see now you're recollecting something that you might have done.
All right, I can't say that I don't like look past people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. I mean, everyone does that.
Yeah, like
you see someone in the grocery store, you don't want to go. Yeah. Go say what's up there.
I just have more of a superpower to block you the fuck out. That's it.
I just don't have to.
I just don't have to.
Yeah, that's lit. So continue. You come back here.
So I come back here.
Happening.
It's happening.
Nobody really knows, obviously, besides like your close family.
And I'm, I don't know, fam. I'm really in a bad place. Long story short, And so stay-at-home father. So again, a lot of my older music, even as Yo Daddy Doe, it was taken off of streaming services mainly because just representation. It is coming back to streaming services because it feels like even in having this conversation, right? Like, all right, well, you might not have the full story from an artistic, creative standpoint, right? Okay. Like, even
someone who's late to the
right. Even if you get to cousins, right? Even if you're following me now.
Yeah.
You're okay, and I'm gonna go do my research. If you're one of those people who's like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go do my research, and then you go and you're like, okay, well, this is cool, but like, how do we get here?
Yeah, I see what you mean. And it's like you erase the first couple of chapters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, in like, like writing and coming back here, right? Like, again, just re-entering into a culture shock that I left.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not as many people of color. There's not as much culture happening. There's not as much things to do, period.
Yeah.
You can't get anywhere.
Yeah. There's no transportation to bring you anywhere. Really.
Nowhere.
Yeah. Unless you live like downtown Fitchburg, you can just walk straight to the train station. But other than that.
Which is where I'd be at.
Yeah.
Then on top of that, right, like, well, where are the people, right? Like, then you have a bunch of the same people who are talented are still here being talented.
Yeah, but where's like the community?
Where's the community for them?
Yeah, where's the space for them?
Where's the space for them?
Yeah.
Who's in their corner, regardless of whatever they got going on?
Yeah.
Who's
there for them? Yeah.
Nobody.
No, I mean, there's not much of a.
And also too though is that like there's right, but also like there are also OGs who are out here, and the OGs who have like again too like someone said this, we did the Creative Network Summit, which was fantastic, connecting with all the different cities and
it was like last week, right?
No, it was February.
Okay. What was the thing you did last week? You had some.
That was the Creative Sector Summit Day by Mass Creative.
Gotcha.
That was in Northampton in Western Mass. That was cool. That was really cool.
I had to keep cutting.
No.
Back to the summit in February though.
One of the gentlemen, Edwin from the Lynn Music Foundation, and John from Creative Collective, they were talking about the work in Lynn. And they're, you know what I mean, like, oh, you know, we're seeing all, you know, the city of Lynn being touted as arts and culture, and whoa. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't get here, right? And this is how I feel also. Like, I don't get here without the certain people paving the way, trying what they've tried, regardless if they're still doing it today, right? Like, a lot of us aren't, we all have role models and people who we look to, you know what I mean? Like, that we idolize, and et cetera, but it's most of the time it's the people who are right next to you that's gonna like really be the inspiration to get you to do the thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, so like, okay, well, acknowledging, and then some of them either leave because the opportunity, the money, is just not here, and or because they've done it for so long, they're burnt out.
That's why I feel like at times people think that like no one's almost made it out of our area when people have. And they're just, you know what I mean? They're not necessarily that they don't give back, but they're just not here in front of your eye. They're not going to stay they don't live in Fitchburg. No. You know what I mean? They don't live in Worcester. They don't live in these places anymore. You know what I mean? So I think that me and Fuchs, we were talking about that the other day with like him, Stash Gennaro being like the Piff Boys family and how like they kind of paved the way for them.
Exactly. Yo, Brad Pitt and them, I don't know. I still don't know them.
Really?
I don't.
I really don't know them like that either. I know other people who like know them, and I've met him once, but like those motherfuckers kind of like paved the route. Yeah. And I don't know if there was. I'm sure they were inspired by somebody before them. You know what I mean?
For sure. So you also know I'm from Leominster. You know this?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
I spent most of my I went to school most of my childhood in Leominster.
Yeah, me too.
Would you go to Samoset?
No, Northwest.
No, that's where I went. I went to Northwest.
Yeah, I went to Northwest, and then when they merged schools, I actually went to Parker Charter in Devens. and then I went to LHS.
There's friends that went there. And we went to LHS for a semester. And then I moved over. That shit was like a maze to me, dude. Really? I was lost multiple times. And I was also
like... square. It's like a...
I know. I couldn't, for the whole first semester, I couldn't figure that shit out. I don't know why.
That's crazy. Trying to find
Looking back on it, too. I'm also going to school with dudes who look like you now when I looked like me when, you know what I mean? I was the average, like, 12-year-old, and when I was like 14. So like I remember when my dad, the last day my dad had to come in to like sign paperwork before I moved. My dad walked in. It was
so you real baby faced.
Yeah. I mean I didn't hit a growth spurt till like sophomore year of high school. I've always had a baby face kind of. And he walks in. He goes into the guidance office, and first kid that walks by happens to be Noah Gray in the NFL. So he's fucking huge. He walks by, obviously I just walked right by with my dad, and then the next dude, he was in my health class, his name was Beethoven. He like didn't speak much English, but he was cool, and he was like always dressed up in like Louis V shit, and like we were like, not like homeboys, but we were acquaintances in that one class, and he used to show me videos of him at Wallace Park like doing like dunks and shit like that, and he's like, hey, and like dabbed me up in the hallway, and my dad's like, what the fuck's, like, what's going on here, dude? You go to school with grown fucking men, yo. Yeah. So, anyways, continue. You grew up in Leominster.
Yeah. So, I know. I'm just saying that because I think also like why like not met the Piff Boys like.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
There are certain people who I
guess
I saw from afar.
Yeah. Well, his son went to Lunenburg for a little bit.
That's what I'm saying.
So like that's how my
okay.
When I
that's how you
like my boys. Like he went to Lunenburg right after I left, and then he went off to like prep schools and stuff like that, and he was nasty at ball.
Yeah.
But he played ball with all my Lunenburg friends, so when I pulled up, they all knew him, and they all bumped the Piff Boys. Like that was like their anthems and shit. Like on our way to summer league games over at Monty Tech, we'd be bumping the Piff Boys and shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy because I didn't know that like. To us it's like fucking lore, to me at least. You know what I mean? It's like these guys are like legendary. Like Nano, like Brad Piff, these guys are like fucking celebrities.
Bro, that's what listen. Me and Nano is younger than I am, I believe. We might be the same age. I think he's younger than I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, we from a similar area. Not saying I'm there are people. This is interesting. I think I'm also too at an age now where I can be a fan of people without it being called dick riding or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not glazing anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
under a different category. Like shown love.
Exactly. Yeah. A couple years ago, like that's why. Listen. If you're watching this and you feel like I haven't been showing you love, it's because y'all will take that love and be like, this nigga dick riding. He glazing. And then hey, relax.
Go and twist my words. Don't you look like a dick rider?
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm like,
just love.
There's all I did watch Fusion Stash most of the, and he said it like, if you from out here and you're doing something,
that's Future's perspective on that was like great because I always noticed he likes everything. He always comments on shit. He's like always mad active with everything.
Now part of that is also for me and again, maybe as I was doing that, trying to do that, I was also again like our Sunday dinner its artists are worldwide chefs.
Yeah,
so they're
a little bit of something from everywhere.
There's something from everywhere. So if I'm just sharing stuff to an audience who doesn't care, not prepared, not insert, having 8 different Instagrams, right?
Yeah.
Because like. There's a place and time for specific things. Yeah.
And for different people, too.
Shout out to the people who follow me from that original page. Now I get back here, right? And
I'm fucking with your ratings.
Well, this was what fucking my ratings. So I was doing the reviews. Reviews are going crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The ratings, like you're rating it. Yeah.
But also like it's
going
not
crazy.
Yeah, like but also it's not going well because. This is when that like algorithm stuff, and then also I wasn't posting pictures, right? Like this is when they, Anyway, so get back here. I'm all right. Well, what am I? I'm just posting regular photos. You know what I'm saying? I'm smoking cigars. I'm doing whatever. I'm big dad life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had no idea what to do in my life. I was still working at the time. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I'm saying? The woman got pregnant. Second child on the way, which is they just add more children to the house. So I'm like, shit. So then I wrote Black Fruit in like 2019. And in writing, before I got the name Yo Daddy Doe from my daughter.
Oh, okay, that's dope.
So the name Yo Daddy Doe, the name Young Coff, most of these things come from interactions with my daughter.
That's cool. That's very cool.
The Yo Daddy Doe comes because I was trying to tell my daughter what to do. You can't tell me what to do. Only mommies can tell you what to do. But I'm your daddy though.
That's real. That's how it.
That's literally how. That's literally how it came.
And you were like heard that in your head, and you're like, that's it.
That's it.
That's dope.
That's it.
Very, very cool.
So everything following that, like, kind of.
If you need to take a call, you can take a call by all means. Do your thing.
Jay, I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of a podcast, but I had to take this call because we've been missing each other.
Okay. So what? Like, am I on the podcast right now?
I mean, kinda, yep. I haven't got to the point of how we met and how y'all thought I was dope. How you and Sho thought I was the dopest rapper you ever heard in your life. I didn't get to that part yet.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, no, yeah,
This is sorry. This is
don't leave that part out. Yeah.
This is Jay Jordan of Joe Grizzly.
Oh, shit. No.
Yes, that is me.
Yo, are you ready for Thursday? Are you good for Thursday?
Yeah, no, I'm good. I was hoping that I would have. I mean, do you want me to like? Should I be talking details and whatnot?
No, I need to know what you want to perform. I think I have your songs already. But I just need to know what you want to perform so I can send it to Renzo.
Okay, yeah, man, I'll get you a list of the songs. I was just trying to figure out if I'm gonna be up there solo, if I got somebody who's gonna be rocking with me or not. I think I'm just gonna be solo dolo. That's cool.
I think you'll probably be solo dolo because I think Sho is running the bar, but I might be able to grab a mic and do background vocals if you need.
I would be all for that. I mean, yeah, I know you're gonna be busy, but yeah, man, if you can do it, that'd be great.
All right.
I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk to you about. Oh, well, I mean,
the verse.
How's that verse looking?
Yo, it's halfway done. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna. We're recording right now, so I don't want to tell you what I got going on, but it's halfway done.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah, no, wait, yeah, and like I said before, man, like I'm not, I'm not gonna, don't rush your writing on account of me or whatever. Like, like take whatever time you need to write, exactly what you want to write. You know what I mean? So I'm just excited to hear what you got. But I know, like, even once we go over, because I got some other stuff I got to show you and Joe for that. But I'm excited to see how the whole thing comes together.
Yeah, likewise.
We're all working on on some of it separately. There's some of it I want us to do, like, for sure us to be in the same room for part of this thing, but I can get into that in more detail, like, a little later. I mean, we could talk Thursday, I guess, but
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I'm pretty hyped, man. That should be cool. And I feel like, yeah, it would be good for me too. You know what I mean? Help me keep my head right.
All right, yeah. Let me know. Are you gonna be in Fitchburg before Thursday?
I don't know yet. Maybe I don't know. I'll be out there early.
Okay.
On Thursday, but I don't know if I'll be out there like tomorrow.
All right. Well, hit me up on Thursday and let me know when you get out here.
All right.
All right.
Will do.
And then I'll hit you. I'll hit you after this podcast and see where you're at. See what you got going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Just hit me up.
All right.
All right, man. Yo, who you there with? Who else is on the podcast right now?
It's just me, and this is Colin. He's on the Polluted Thought. He does the Polluted Thoughts podcast.
Oh, all right. Well, what up?
Yo.
All right, man. Well, okay.
All right.
I'll let y'all get back to it, man. And yeah, I'll just talk to you a little bit later.
Yeah, I'll hit you up.
You know?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, sounds good, bro. Well, yeah. Take care, man. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, you too. Appreciate you. Peace.
All right. Peace, bro.
See.
What you got going on Thursday?
So we have the Buy Black Market.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I keep forgetting that Juneteenth is Thursday.
Juneteenth is this Thursday.
I did it today too. I run social media for my work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was scheduling posts because I'm going away on a family reunion tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I was like scheduling my posts and shit, and then I scheduled it for the wrong week, and I was like, I had to go back and delete. My dates were mixed up. But yeah, Juneteenth market, right?
Yeah, Buy Black Market. Mad vendors coming.
Where is it at?
It's at Fitchburg City Hall.
Okay, so that's City Hall.
Yeah,
Right.
shout out to the City Hall for letting us use the City Hall like a venue. I mean, I really, the city, that's, the community that's one thing too. Like, so to what I was saying, like, when I came here, living in Leominster, I've spent a lot of time in Fitchburg.
Mm-hmm.
It always seemed like a place that was more open to ideas.
Like all ideas, you mean,
yes.
or like cultural ideas?
Both.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know. So like, with like the markets, like, it's not that somebody hasn't done. Like there's been vendor markets there.
Yeah.
They've done like little craft markets and
mm-hmm.
You can go and get like
whatever the fuck you want.
I got like a wooden what is it? Like you grab like salad with it, like
like tonsil, like
exactly.
Dude,
handcrafted.
Yeah. Some of the shits that you be finding at these places, you pull up and I'm like shocked.
Like
the
you made
craftsman.
this?
That's what I'm saying. Just the craftsmanship alone. You're like, what the fuck? Why aren't you like Shark Tank or some
That's
shit?
what I'm saying. You made this.
Yeah.
You at the house spend hours. Shit like that. That's what I'm saying. Like that.
Yeah. And they're usually like too modest about it.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's almost the problem. Yeah, but
That's my little hobby.
Yeah, I just do it on the side.
Shut the fuck up.
I work accounting in some tech industry, and I end up making some
listen,
wild jewelry.
Public speaking. People hate public speaking, right? Like, so imagine you're at a people crafters, whoever, you made something, you created something, art. That's why I think music is it's crazy. It's so devalued for being a universal language.
Yeah.
It is so devalued.
Yeah, it is, truthfully.
And then also too, it makes people have to everyone's shooting 100 clips because they don't know what's gonna stick. They don't know what's like.
Yeah. Well, definitely at the beginning and the come up too. You're definitely just spraying.
Yeah.
Trying to see what
just
works
trying to
and
see
what doesn't. Yeah.
But if no one ever tells you, if nobody tells you, yo, congratulations. Nah, seriously.
Now you're gonna go the other way.
No.
If no one ever tells you your shit sucks.
Well,
then you'll always stay the same.
Listen, Colin, this is how I'm trying to get better. As I get older, I'm trying to get better at being critiquing, because that's also why I think maybe we stopped the show, is because we couldn't critique the people. We had Xavier on, and we low key were shout out Xavier too. Shout out Twin City Saver. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad we collabed and everything's
yeah.
But at a time, I don't know, people just be talking crazy. I don't know. I'm old also. This is how people.
Do you not take your critiquing well?
Nah, I may have been wrong. I don't know. I'm not gonna go back and watch the interview.
Yeah.
I'm gonna publish the interview though.
Yeah.
And but
it's out. Yeah, it's out.
No.
Okay.
It might be. Anyways, listen. Listen. Nah, I don't want to bring it up here on the Polluted Thoughts podcast. I don't want to bring it up here on the Polluted Thoughts podcast.
We can talk about it after.
We'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
But in that, I was like, all right, well, how do I critique another artist who is, like, you know what I'm saying? But also I don't want to critique. It's not a, like, I'm not critiquing because like I'm really, I want to celebrate you because you got to this point of like publicly producing like
whatever you produce. Yeah, I feel what you mean. Like, how do you? I want to say like hopefully. How do you like correct? Not even correct. How do you push in the right direction? Critiquing, like in a respectful way. I see what you mean. Well, people look to you as a mentor. So like it's kind of like a job that you have, like, or not a job, excuse me, a responsibility.
And it's a terrible responsibility. I really hope nobody looks to me as a mentor. I am not your mentor.
Well, you kind of.
I mean, okay, maybe I am. I am your mentor.
You kind of like adopted that role as like, not only in namesake, but then also like by community, like you've done.
I did this to myself.
Yeah, you did. And I don't think that's a thing that you should be. I get what you mean. I mean, it's like corny, but with great power comes great responsibility. Yeah. So it's kind of that idea.
I mean, I want to say like, I'm trying to hold space, right? Like I'm trying to, I don't know if the people who are. So the people who came before, like, who discouraged or whatever, like it didn't work out for them or whatever, like there's still industry to be made, and that's like so.
What do you mean by industry?
So when I came back, I approached Strong Style Coffee. Damn, I'm setting the record straight here on the Polluted Thoughts podcast. So I approached the owner, one of the owners at the time, about hosting open mic.
Okay.
Like
that was downtown, right?
Yes.
That place.
Yes. Where we're currently we're now moving upstairs.
Oh shit.
But this started downstairs. Previously Chibo.
Yeah.
Strong Style Coffee. I approached, can I do open mic? We already have somebody doing open mics. Shout out Luke Condon. We already have somebody doing open mics.
Was it more comedy or was it?
No, it was like guitar, singer-songwriter open mic. Yeah. You can do poetry open mics. This is how people know Coffee House Craig. Yeah. This is how a lot of people know me is from doing poetry open mics.
Okay.
Poetry open mics like really helped in the writing because like just being exposed to other people's writing, being exposed to other people's emotions on a weekly basis.
True. Fucking nuts. It should be wild. Some of the shit you must have heard must be crazy.
It's fantastic. It is crazy, for sure. Yeah. Definitely.
I mean, I'm sure there's fantastic stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
More fantastic than crazy.
Yeah, okay, that's good then.
The crazy, though, sticks with you.
Yeah. Hey.
The crazy, like, it sticks right.
Well, I think there's, like, a misconception about poetry in general. Like, I've always been I'm not a avid poet kind of guy and, like, go to poet stuff.
But you listen to rap.
Yes, and I think just like as a kid, I enjoyed writing poetry, like in class and stuff like that. And then I thought that like there was like a gay kind of thing that went over like the poetry and like being a poet and stuff like that. So I would be like not ashamed by any means, but just like you wouldn't be like
no, I like
poetry.
You make music now though.
Yeah.
So how do you think do you think now like looking back the two translate like?
Yeah, definitely. I think that just like a lot of my artsy stuff in general was like not concealed by any means, but like just felt like my athletic side of me like collided kind of with it. So like I guess I wasn't super open to do. And rap, I guess I never considered.
You play sports?
Yeah, I was a big sports guy. I played a little bit of everything. I played basketball, baseball, football only for like a couple of years because I was too small and got fucked up all the time. Golf, soccer, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. Football primarily for me. Track. I can throw shit.
Yeah. Throw like the.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah, the javelin.
Shot put.
Javelin.
Okay.
And shot put too, but I'm not. You know.
That's a big motherfucker stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Brock Lesnar's daughter.
Exactly.
Type. Yeah.
Exactly.
She's like fucking 4th time.
No neck.
Yeah.
Fucking. Just ear to shoulder.
Yeah, dude. Imagine the neck cracks though.
That's good technique.
It's weird though. I feel like track and field have some weird little like fucking like motherfuckers be posing like this, yo. Like if you didn't have the ball and they're like practicing, they're doing like this in their living room. You think they're doing some like I don't know, bro, some contemporary dance or something.
Muscle memory. Contemporary dance is crazy.
I used to dance actually when I was a kid too.
Really?
Yeah. You know what's funny? I was gonna say this when we were just talking about sports though. Did you feel like when you were like in middle school to high school and like sports and like that stuff kind of like start to take over your brain? You just didn't focus on any of the arty stuff.
Oh yeah, no,
like,
I know. There was a time where I knew the creative side was like it was just the way to go. But yes.
Yeah.
So fun fact. Okay. Yeah. So like even in that, I knew it was because I got made fun of. I did all-star cheerleading.
Really?
In my senior year of high school.
Damn, that's not school.
We're going to take a quick break for a word from our sponsor. Our sponsor today is Steady Galletti Precision Painting. Steady Galletti is a small family-owned painting company that can handle all your painting needs for both interior and exterior projects. No job too big or small, unless you're like a hospital or something. I don't know, they could try it, but it might be too big. Find them on Facebook under Steady Galletti Precision Painting. Quality painting by a quality guy. Call 978-790-2260 to book your free quote today.
Back after major technical difficulties that make absolutely zero sense in iPhone storage. But we're talking about just you going down all these different avenues.
Yeah, no,
Podcast, music, nonprofit.
We're here.
What were the roots of Yo Daddy Doe? What was like the roots of Derek? Like what was childhood interests and such?
Yes.
Those all were part of it?
Yeah. I mean, I think, is our sports not like, like art?
No, yeah, most definitely.
A lot of like soul, funk, like R&B. So like neo soul was like heavy in my house.
Okay.
Again, like it wasn't until I was like a teenager probably I was really listening to rap music. So like getting introduced to some of those things. So like I thought I was gonna be a singer or a dancer.
Okay.
Or like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah. Like a jazz singer or like a pop singer or like Merrick Henry?
It can only be Merrick Henry.
Yeah, so there's only one Merrick Henry. That's very true. But I just mean like, you know what I mean? Pop,
yeah. No, probably like I don't know, like a
soulful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like again part of the music.
Yeah.
Music I like, music I make. I'm the oldest, so I think like being a dad was like a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
kind of molded what you were interested in.
I don't know if it was molded what I was interested in, but like
enhanced it.
Not enhanced, just like yeah, enhanced. Yeah, like you play as the oldest sibling. You like you play a part.
I'm also the oldest sibling.
Single mom, like you gotta
okay.
Single parent. You gotta like.
Yeah.
Now I'm out here.
So you were Yo Daddy Doe prior to Yo Daddy Doe having his own child.
Yes.
Yes, I feel you.
And then when growing up, again a lot of people were like I don't know, our spot was a place to hang out, kick it.
So it's just something that you wanted to continue, kind of idea. That's cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
So like and then coming back here, it's like well all of my same friends, family, my brothers who I grew up with, like
they're all into the same shit that you were into. So to the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some of them now, like we see them doing like they are the people. It's like, all right, fire, right? Okay, but like where do we like most of us live in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where do we kick it? Okay, where are we cultivating new talent? We started talking about industry, and then so like how do you develop industry, right? Like so that's why that's kind of like my not my beef, but now that we have to now I definitely have to bring the podcast back because now we got to do a proper crossover and like you know what I'm saying, like bring this thing full circle because you did River City, you know what I'm saying. Now I'm here, and then you know what I'm saying. Now we cleared it up. I don't know if we cleared it up. There still could be, you know what I'm saying, like some beef with me not being on the show prior on the podcast sooner. You know what I'm saying? Like, but now, okay, full circle, because again, you're working on like developing, right? You're bringing light. You're sharing a platform. You're asking questions. You're adding lore to artists, to creatives, to yourself, right? Like you're adding value to the overall ecosystem, like, and that's, you know, it's one thing to recognize that, it's one thing to talk about it, like, you know what I'm saying, like, but like in actuality, like it's another thing to do it in practice, and that's why I think like where we get to like, you know, developing, now being a nonprofit, you know, 501c3 with Coff33 Corp, and like trying to grow with members and trying to grow and connecting different other nonprofits that are in the area, other businesses, other people who want to be businesses, other creatives, other artists, because like again, there are people who I can point to, you know what I mean, Grammy nominated, Grammy award winning people who are from this area, and they could be giving back, and it's also like, okay, well, where are they giving back, right? Like, do they have is the place right? Like, is the wherever they're coming to, is the situation, does it align with their mission, their vision? Is it a good look for it, right? Like certain things that, again, in developing the industry right around you, this is also with like shops, right? Like different like boutique shops and different things that then serve the culture, not just places where we go and connect, but also places where we can go and shop, and we can go and exchange ideas, and like, you know what I mean, like just simple stuff, because again, like we don't want to like even if we're here, like it's hard to be like, oh yeah, it's greener on the other side, you know what I'm saying, like, but we'll go to other cities and see these same ideas and these same functions work, and we'll go and participate like it's like we are a part of their community, as opposed, like, you know what I'm saying, like
to like where we are actually in our community and where we're actually society,
where
we live,
and then in that same breath, making something happen here, that then those people who are in those other communities come here, and then now we're doing the thing of exchanging everything.
Yeah, see what you mean.
Part of building up the industry is having more photographers and videographers who are like, you know what I mean, like unflinching, or you know what I'm saying, get having more support, that, hey, you know what I mean, like you may not be, you know, you may not make a front page of anything, like you may not be in anybody's magazine, you may not get flown out to go shoot the big shots, the big shoots, right? Like that may not never ever happen to you. That does not mean that you can't do what you need to do. That doesn't mean that there aren't people here who are worth photographing, right? Like that doesn't mean there aren't things here that aren't worth painting, right? Like
there's always a story to be told, kind of idea.
Always.
I think actually, you know, it's funny saying that with the photography thing. There's this guy, and I don't know why I thought of it. There's this guy, he was a Leominster. What's the big paper? Leominster Champion.
Yeah.
Champion. I think he wrote maybe the Ledger, is there a Ledger too? The Ledger, I forget. It was one or the other, and he covered like all the Little League games.
Okay.
And like all of baseball. I don't know if it was like from Babe Ruth or I don't even know if it was high school and stuff, but I know it's definitely all Little League.
Yeah.
Like he covered all of us, and he'd like do like almost like interviews post game. He'd have like all the stats.
That's dope.
He'd ask for like the stat books and stuff. You know what I mean? But I was saying, like, that guy probably at one point maybe thought he was gonna be like a journalist for like ESPN or for like covering the Red Sox for the Globe or something.
And here he is,
and like passionate about it, dude. Like getting scorebooks after the game, make sure he put like little kids' stats out. So when you like went to the newspaper, you'd be like Colin Garrity, 2 hits, 2 singles, and 2 RBIs, like led Nationals to whatever. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. You know, it means a lot to like the kids seeing your name in the newspaper on like the 5th page or something. You know.
See, that is the encouragement part from like from industry. Like again, you look other places, that is what's happening. And in Massachusetts as a whole, like I don't know. I know you're paying attention. I know I know people who watch this podcast are paying attention. I know the people who've been on this podcast are paying attention. Like Massachusetts is getting a lot of shine in the music space.
Art in general, yeah.
Right?
I was like Fitchburg specifically too, like
a lot of attention.
Yeah.
So okay, well, what are we doing around that and around the sphere? It's because we can't just wait for one person to be like, okay, they made it. Now they're gonna. No. It's literally to the story you share, like, and that's you know what I mean, like in that same, like we started River City Rhythm and Rock Festival. And a lot of different shows, like, and this is, you know, like when I joined the studio with Merrick and Barney, and like they were doing the live streaming, and like, okay, well, I was already doing like my own little Instagram story show. I was doing lessons by YDD on a daily basis. I was just like producing these Instagram story shows, right? Like now we're in the pandemic. We started the podcast. Okay, well, how do we take it to the next level? They're doing their, you know, they're doing live streaming shows, using the green screen, doing all these different things. Okay, this is great. And like in my mind, okay, well, how do we, like, how do you expand this, right? Like, how do you, like, I see the value as a rapper. I see the value in doing this on a local level. How do I get the other rappers to see the value in doing this on a local level? Because now you come in here, okay, and it's another piece of content, or it's another rep, right? It's more reps that you put up in the gym that like, you know, again too, like people are getting to the level where we're watching each other get to bigger and bigger stages, and some of us aren't ready to get to those bigger stages.
Yeah, I was gonna say practice with that too. I feel like is also changing your mindset to where like it's not a hobby anymore. It's not like a side thing. Right. So like building that kind of space where people can go to and practice, get your reps, and do that kind of gets you out of that mindset and gets you, like, even if you still have to work that job, you're thinking about when you need to get there and what you need to do there, kind of thing.
And like on the other side of that too is that from a, you know, like local industry standpoint, like we don't do open mics. We don't I rarely see other music artists doing open mics. I rarely see them doing showcases. I rarely see them doing
like even comedy stuff.
Yeah, like just it has picked up a lot like in recent years, but like again, we don't have many places, right? Like where do you go to perform, right? Like where do you go to watch shows, right? Honestly, where do you go?
Well, I've only performed twice ever.
Where'd you perform at?
Hotel Vernon.
Fire.
Yeah,
that's a good spot.
I really like it.
I really like that spot.
Yeah. I love that, dude.
You performed with Nasi.
Yeah.
I saw the video.
Yeah. We did 2 shows together.
Yeah.
We performed twice together. Actually, we did the same song twice. Okay. That we have, and it was really cool for me because like the second time, I got to like kind of plan out a lot more further in advance, and I got to like invite all my friends and family. Yeah. So then it was like there weren't too many people there except for like 20 of my friends and family that pulled up, and like 15 of my boys were just like hammering beer, so they were getting like rowdy and like getting into it. So it was really cool for me because it was like a person. It was almost like I was just putting it on for like my friends and family. Which was really cool.
that is part of that is what I'm saying. Like,
but to your question, no, I don't really go. Where do we go for shows? I don't know.
But how many times do you get to do that?
How many times did I get to perform?
Yeah, like I'm just saying, like how many opportunities would you get? Like, do you get out here to do what you just explained?
I've never gotten an opportunity to do anything in Fitchburg now. I've only gotten 2 opportunities, and I took them both at the Hotel Vernon.
So you need more opportunities.
Yeah, well, I mean that's kind of where your new venue and space opens. Yeah, worlds for people. Yeah. I already saw
Did you come to Q-Ferb?
Q-Ferb. I can't make it.
I'm
going to make it at the beginning, but I'm not going to be able to stay the whole time.
Right.
Unfortunately, we do the UFC streams.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a huge UFC pay-per-view that night. If it wasn't a pay-per-view, I would stay for the whole thing, but I'm going to stop in at the beginning.
Perfect.
And just pop, because I've never met Q-Ferb in person. We've only communicated over DM. So I'd at least want to, like, meet him and just say what's up.
Yeah, that's
chill for, like, an hour.
What episode is this?
This is, so depending on what you want it to be, I know you wanted 101. Do you want to still be 101? It'll be like a 10-day wait time, just because I I had some people like drop out on me for $98.99.
I'm here. I don't care. I don't want to like throw off the schedule. I was trying to.
No, you didn't throw off the schedule.
So the reason why the 101 is because I have a song with purpose and show, and the line is like what did I say you gotta check the 10 to forecast that addition. It was something about it's 101. I'm probably 101. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably 101.
We can keep it. It's not a big deal.
No. I don't want to wait 10 days.
Okay.
I don't want you to have to wait 10 days.
Well, then then I'll have it out in a couple of days then.
Because also like I also and so then also I want to come on here because I don't know what you have planned, who you got planned. You know what I'm saying? But also, you know, I feel like this is gonna expand the actually I don't know if it's gonna expand the audience base because I feel like let me think about this.
Well, you definitely have a larger and more diverse audience than just the podcast has. And we have a lot of mutual for sure, but
so I think it's going to expand the opportunities for people, interview opportunities. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think you being as connected as you are.
No. You don't have to. That's the thing is that you don't necessarily need me to get you connected to the people because you're already connected to the people by way of doing the podcast.
Yeah, I would say. Well, luckily, every time I have somebody on, it kind of opens up.
More doors.
Yeah, doors are in each direction because there's like people's personal, people's professional.
Somebody's gonna see me on here who didn't think that they could be on here.
Yeah, and they can come on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The only problem is that like sometimes there's so many. I don't want to say there's so many people. Like there's so many people hitting me up. I reach out to
people. Talk that shit, Colin.
It's hard to.
Yo, he's busy. Yo, he's busy.
Well, like life too, you know what I mean? It's just hard. People got different schedules, so it's always hard to
can't book you bum ass rappers. He's busy.
No, and that's also a thing too. Is I feel like I'm branded. I'm trying to like. I don't think I have like a mold or like a I think that there's like a idea that I kind of like a strictly music or like rapper thing.
No, yeah.
And like I kind of, it's not that I don't want to be. I want to talk to everybody, but I also want to like open different avenues up to health things and have people on who are like specialists and different things, sleep or oncologist or whatever the fuck you do. I don't know. It was random, but
I was just kidding. I don't want like any smoke with any of the people who may or may not like.
No, I want to have but the problem is you just can't have everybody on. It's just not. It's not possible to schedule every single. I want to have everybody on, but it's just what I mean. It's never gonna be.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't.
Unfortunately, it just never will be possible to have every single person on. But
especially when like what I'm saying, like I get on here, just start riffing about life. You got people getting on here riffing about life. Then how do you keep up with this pace
of somebody else's thoughts?
Yeah. Because
my brain's running probably 5 times faster than most of the people sitting in the seat next to me. I got like are you a comedy guy? Do you like big? I mean, obviously I know you like put on the comedy stuff, but like, do you like do you know Doug Stanhope?
A little bit.
Yeah, he has this bit about like people not paying attention. Because I have a hard time when I'm not doing the podcast, just concentrating on what someone's talking about. I kind of just like. They start talking and like if it's not like really fucking intriguing for me, I kind of can't concentrate unless I'm like, what I mean? That's why I kind of created this setting for myself where I can like, sit down. But he talks about how like, I'm sorry the shit that I got going on in my head may be more interesting to me than the stuff that you're saying. I just can't fucking stop thinking all the fucking time. And fucking, it's like the fucking monkey man in my head doing the fucking clapping thing. So that's how I kind of keep up.
keeping up with what people do after they leave this show all the time, very difficult. I find that I'm constantly out of the loop with shit because of just the sheer amount of people who are in my Instagram feed and your social media feed, because I guess that's how you kind of keep up these days, other than like straight one-on-one conversation.
Right.
But then like just like there's so many people. Just like it's always so hard to like keep in touch genuine, not even like genuinely, because everything I do is very genuine. I wouldn't. Oh shit! I think we burnt out a light. Yo Daddy Doe. This is a wild episode. So many technical difficulties. Unbelievable. Let's unplug it so we don't die.
That was dope.
That was wild. I never heard anything make that noise while I was doing it. That thing was on the way out the door anyways. But anyways.
But no, it is interesting because like I've also felt that not being like genuine, not
it's not disgenuine. It's just like it's hard to just. I mean, you
I have
contact with so many fucking people. I
got 8 different.
Yeah.
No, but part of that was so because I want to pay attention. Part of now of what I'm trying to work in having the separate ones is so I can like have specific things on each that I'm focused on, right? Both in what I'm sharing there, but also like what I'm paying attention to, like specifically within this. Because again, that is why I have 8. It's not because it is not for every feed should not like. All 8 of those if all 8 of those Instagrams are the same, like
you look like schizophrenic or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know what you mean. I think that it's a struggle that most people have who are very tied in or who are very like because like I truthfully care about the people that I have on because like. Really, like 95% of the podcasts I've ever done, the person who I've had on is like pretty fucking cool. Like I end up being like, you're dope. I fuck with you.
I shout out everybody who's been on the podcast.
Yeah, there are a lot. You know, I'm kind of like my schedule got all messed up, so I've been like recording ahead of time and such. So I recorded 100 the other day, and I was just thinking about like the different people all the things that have happened from just talking to people. But back to the topic. I think that when you meet this, when you care for this many people genuinely, you know, like when you're an actual charismatic person, like I think you definitely are, and many people that I've had on the podcast are. Point being, it's almost like you can't show people how much they care, how much you care, or how much they actually matter, or like the words that you want to tell them, and you know, show them what they actually like, their talents and such, and it comes off as that disgenuine, you know what I mean, or just like not caring or something like that, when it's just like there's just so much fucking shit going on in life that you just couldn't possibly tell everybody that you care about how much you care about them. It's unfortunate, but I think that's like a world that
like I'm from
do that.
I'm from the era of like you know, if you really like something, like we should be posting the lyric of the video in the video, like, oh, if we really like something, like, yo, fuck this emoji shit.
Fuck the emoji. What do you mean fuck the emoji?
Not saying I want to get back to doing this, which is like
just talking.
No, like, so if somebody posts a thing, yo, listen, Mo I got the hardest bar. It's written down. It stays in my note forever. Yo, down on my ball sack is the craziest bar.
Yeah. That's from like one of his. I'm blanking on the name, but that was like one of his more recent tracks. Yes. That single that he dropped not too long ago.
Well, he drops ridiculous.
Yeah, I was listening to the other day.
Every that's also too what I realized on your show too. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
Is that everybody is on the show? Yo, y'all need to y'all need to keep going, go off. But yo, they drop ridiculous amount of music, and that's what I mean. Like, it is so hard to keep up.
That's what I'm saying. There's so much of that, and then you're trying to do it yourself too.
Yeah.
You know, and it's almost like not negative, but it's like almost negatively impacting me that the other people are so consistent. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't fucking keep up with all the shit that's going on, because it's a good thing. It's almost like when someone's like, you run into... I had an altercation the other day. Altercation is wild. There was a conversation at a grad party, someone I hadn't seen in a while, and I was like, he was like, no, I don't know. I would get the fuck out of him. You know? Sammy J, I would have fucked you up. Yeah, I'm kidding. He's a firefighter. He'd probably fucking... You'd probably pick me up. He's like, you definitely got like 50 pounds on me. Yeah. But anyways, we were talking, and honestly, he was like, he's somebody that like, never was super close to, but every time I talked to him, I was like, you're a cool guy. I fuck with you. And he was talking, he's like, how you been? I was like, busy. And I was like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad. It feels like a bad thing, but, you know, I know it's a good thing. And that's the same thing with like this consistency. Like, people are almost so consistent that like I just can't keep up with everything unless I like catch up with them and I'm on the podcast and then I'm caught up. But then like 3-6 months goes by and I don't talk to them or I see them. Yeah.
Well, that's I feel like that's how most people feel. Now what's good, I guess, I don't know if, I mean, I didn't hear you know, like, but people get like stuck, you know what I mean, like, because that happens, right? Like, it's, you know, you get on, you're like, all right, I'm time to re-engage, time to lock in.
Yeah.
And then you go to lock in and everybody's like, you get flooded with consistency, and you're like,
Yeah. Yes. It's a sad thing to see when you don't really realize it. Because obviously time gets away from you. So like when I go on like a hiatus, I've had like 3 major ones on the podcast where I'm gone for like multiple months, right?
Yeah.
And each time you come back, it's less and less. You know what I mean? So it's wild how much that matters. You know what I mean? Obviously, yeah, everyone says it, but then it really does matter.
It does matter.
Not even just to like people, but then to the algorithm too. These motherfucking
you're like
bots.
You're teaching the algorithm to teach your audience. It's a, I don't know,
some iRobot shit.
It's, to be honest. So again, you know, I very much do not like to participate in the game, which is an interesting situation for me to be in, being a mentor, because again, I'm never gonna critique y'all, but like, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't know, we could be doing better.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's it.
Yeah.
I just think we could be doing better. We should be, and we are, most of us are close enough, and even if we don't have enough time to talk to one another or be in person, hopefully we can change that. Hopefully we can have more spaces that we can talk in person. We are gonna have more spaces where we talk in person.
Yeah.
But like have those industry insights. Like, yo, what is working, what is not working.
I was gonna say, so that was when we were talking earlier about like you like critiquing and like you being that kind of mentor responsibility. Is there some sort of like insight night that's gonna be held or something?
Yes.
Where like they can, each person go up, like show off whatever is, and then like hold kind of like a.
So Q-Furb's event is coming up at the end of this month. Will kind of be like our first iteration of that. It'll probably be more like performance heavy.
Yeah.
But the idea, so like what I want to create, or my overall thing is the listening room, right? So like, we've seen clips of people doing things of this, right? Like, you have a bunch of influencers in the room, and you bring up, okay, you have so many artists come up, and then they showcase new music or most recent music, etc. Again, influencers on the spot can take videos, whatever, right? And it starts to drum up the conversation, right? Like, so it's part of it is like, all right, you're already doing promo, you're already doing some type of marketing leading up to whatever it is, and then we're trying to plan like bi-monthly, every other month, like these listening rooms where we invite so many artists. Okay, these artists have been releasing or are getting ready to release or whatever. We're inviting them in. We're inviting media, influencers, et cetera, to come to review the music, maybe set up interviews, post interviews, et cetera. And then we do this on a regular, right, again, to kind of build the industry. And then using some of those connections, like, people like, I don't know if you know Cass Castile, like, and the Rucker Collective, and like, they're like Grammy nominated. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's
first
from out
name
here.
sounded very, very, very familiar.
So he's, you know what I'm saying? He's from out here. I mean, they live in Worcester now, and you know what I mean, like, trying to get, just trying to get people like him, connect again, working with Q-Ferb and some of his connections, working with some of the people that we know within the state. But it's really gonna come to like, okay, how can we get people who are in the industry, in the space, to hear artists from here, but then also at the same time, with a lot of the work that we're doing, like you were saying, like Fitchburg is getting a lot of, I mentioned Lynn, Springfield, Brockton, right? A lot of these cities. Somebody at that summit I went to a couple weeks ago, like, a dude was like, hey, hip hop, anywhere there's a gateway city, Fitchburg, Lynn, Springfield, right? All these cities, Fall River, all these places are known for hip hop. Yeah. Like, it's where hip hop is. And he's like, we should do something about that. I'm actually gonna connect on a call with some of the people on the different cities. Like, yeah, we should do an exchange, right? Let's do an industry exchange. You bring some artists and bring some talent here. We bring some artists there, X, Y, and Z, and then we do a coordinated type of
collab show of sorts. Yeah.
But also too, it's, I think, again, I don't want to say people are like out for self, but most people like get into this, and also once you get into it, it's like you have to look out for number one, which is very much true.
For sure.
But if there's, so like, again, some of the things that we want to do is like, well, who's looking out for the people who are going after it, right? Like, who is, and then who's setting some of that framework up, and then, to, like you mentioned the story about, the Little League journalists, right? Like, but that part of that is also now for those youth, they're now getting like media training, right? Like, they're getting used to, you know what I mean, like talking to someone about their work, you know what I mean, like to a degree. And I think there are places that are like, some places are starting to do critiquing sessions, like, how to judge art, right? Like, how do you really look at art and be like,
I can do that.
Like that, especially with AI now, like, how can you, like,
AI critiquing art?
Like, not AI critiquing art, I'm just saying, like, do we have enough sensibility? Like, can we even pick out what is good and what is bad?
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Well, art's really the only thing that would separate us from AI. Yeah. Because, like, AI can essentially recreate everything else that we produce, minus, like, art and entertainment, because there's something that comes from, like, the soul or something,
Right. So, I think...
critiquing art, though, I don't know.
I think there's, like, space for people to try things.
No, not that you shouldn't do. I just mean myself.
That's what I'm saying. But I think there's space. Like, you should try. Like, I don't know. I think it's like skills that you should try, because it like, think about cover arts, right? Like, think about music cover arts. You critique music sometimes based on the cover art.
Well, sometimes, like, I think I'm rather naive when it comes to like deeper meanings to things and such. So, like, looking at a painting, I just maybe wouldn't.
Nobody
without the background of it, I wouldn't be able to fully appreciate.
We're grown now. Nobody can judge us for our comprehension. Yeah. If I don't see a ladybug in that photo, like,
it's just like, fucking, sometimes I watch a movie or some shit, and like I understand, like, you know what I mean, like, base level, like, this happens, and like, this is the meaning behind that, with like the moral of the story and yada yada yada. But then, like, some people be getting way too fucking deep with like a 50-minute YouTube video about like explanation of fucking, that, or a book, like Old Yeller or some shit. Just like,
I'm just not going. It's just not that deep. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like things aren't that deep. I don't think that beauty needs to be that deep with things. You know?
I agree. I do like simplicity. I also like you know, if people do their Googles, you know, why rent music from a music standpoint? Like, complexity is key.
I mean, I like complexity within lyrics and such. Don't get me wrong. I just mean like.
But simple lyrics.
I think I more meant when people are searching for something deeper than you know what I mean. It's like there's the base meaning and the base premise that like is hidden behind the words. Wait, so and then it goes past that.
You don't like media theories on YouTube?
So I just can't be doing them, bro. They be fucking with my brain, man. They don't.
Give me. You want black, white?
No, I mean I don't want it to be black and white all the time. That's not.
No, like oh yeah, okay, I see. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like I want I don't. See, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Give me a synopsis of, but I don't need to know the allegory, and I don't need how this connects to some stance on.
Yeah, I mean I would like to know why this person wrote this at this time, because this was going on and that reflects that. If somebody else is coming up with a deeper meaning that like was beyond that within the, I guess my problem is like,
yo, I just listen.
I'm going on a tangent here, and I feel like it's an art critique tangent, pretty much.
I just watched The Handmaid's Tale. I just binge watched The Handmaid's Tale.
My girlfriend was watching that for a minute. I couldn't get down with it. It was a little too. I guess because I also got thrown into it. It was just a little too dark. It was just like,
so dark.
Fuck, what the fuck is like? I walked. I don't know if I walked in or within like first 5-10 minutes. Like, what the fuck are you watching? What is this show?
Listen, so dark. But I watched the whole thing. Now, like, I saw the deeper meaning.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm saying. If you can see it.
You can see the deeper meaning.
That's what I mean. I guess it's. But
also I didn't want to listen to somebody like she's in groups. She's in like you know what I mean, like forums, and they're doing the fucking scientific breakdown.
Yeah.
String over here to, and then did you see see? I thought we all watched the show together. We all understood what was happening.
Yeah. You're on 2 different planets after watching the same show.
Shout out to the people too, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel bad for them.
In the show.
Yeah.
I feel like I constantly do word vomit, and I don't put out the right words, and then I kind of pull it together after a little while. I feel like it's the same thing when somebody has the right approach but not spewing it out the right way. It's like it could be genius, but if I can't comprehend like the deeper meaning by the end, like, was it the smartest thing ever? Like, you know what I'm saying? Was it genius, or am I an idiot? Like, did you put out something that people can't understand fully, or are you the genius and I'm the fucking Joe Schmo? You know. Sometimes I'll be watching movies and I'm just like, I feel exactly what you're. Yeah, you know, and all the stuff before was pretty much getting to that sentence right there.
Because also I feel like I like things that other people hate. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I like things.
Oh, you like things because people don't like them?
No.
Oh, okay.
Like people be like, oh, I didn't. You know what I mean? Like they just don't. What's your guilty pleasure? Music guilty pleasure.
I don't know if it's really like a guilty pleasure, but like some like, not specifically Bill Withers, but like Bill Withers radio, or like I put on like James Taylor, but then it kind of bounces around and I get a lot of like Fleetwood Mac, and who was I? I think they're something Americas. They do Ventura Highway in the sunshine. I don't know if it's really a guilty pleasure. It's just like 70s kind of like almost cinematic.
Yes.
You know, vibey. You like any time of day.
Yep. Yeah, no, me right now is Detroit hip hop.
Oh, yeah. That's a fun one though.
It's not a really guilty.
Yeah,
It's not a guilty pleasure, but it's like.
But then like it feels like it when you're at the stoplight and you're fucking talking about drilling down somebody and you look to the right of you.
I pulled up here. I was like, okay, let's turn this down so we don't look like hoodlums.
I feel that. I'll have that going sometimes too, and I pull up and I'm like listening to it on 40 out of 45, and I'm fucking bumping. I'm like, I should probably turn this down. My neighbors probably hate me.
Nah, Fleetwood Mac safe. Now the reason why I ask is I feel like do you have any bad music tastes? Bad music takes. Or taste.
I wouldn't say like necessarily bad music takes. No.
Yo, Miles cracks me up.
Like who?
Miles. I don't know if you ever seen
No.
You ever seen Miles on the internet?
No, who's that?
I don't know. He be making rage baity songs on the internet.
Oh shit. Okay.
They crack me up.
I'm trying to think. I don't know. Like
he's probably gonna come up with my algorithm now.
I mean, it may be a bad take. Like Paul Simon's like my favorite artist, one of my favorite artists of all time. You know Paul Simon?
Yes.
Yeah, I say Paul Simon's like one of my favorites. For some reason, it just like hits a different part of my soul. I love Paul Simon. So I guess maybe that's my guilty pleasure. Definitely a bunch of Paul Simon. Yeah, because like the contemporary dance shit that I did when I was younger, it was ran by this lady who was, she would love what you were doing. She would love you. She was like almost like a philanthropist, you could call her, but she was really, really talented dancer and choreographer, and was super in tune with like hippie music and all this deeper meaning stuff that I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like she was very, very in tune with just like quality and love, and you know what I mean, like paintings of John Lennon everywhere.
Yeah.
This lady was my dad's best friend's mother.
Okay.
So like his second mom, and like spent like all the time at their house, yada yada yada. She ran the whole dance school, like did every choreography there was to every dope song, and a lot of it was like some of the ones that the people were doing, like the adults were doing this, like the gemstone pieces, you know, like the pieces that like returned every year, those dances that were like everybody waited for because they were like, you know what I mean? Those were Paul Simon songs for the most part. It was like Diamonds on the Soles of Your Shoes, and they would do like some wild ass shit on stage, like this dance, and then like when like and it breaks down, like everybody came out, and it was just like a lot of Paul Simon was like my childhood. So like it's something that just
sticks with you.
Hits, you know. And I mentioned to someone the other day, actually 2 times Paul Simon got brought up on like the same day, which never happens. I was playing in my lobby, and I was like, oh God, this is so good. And I like just like walked back, and I was just thinking, I was like, that's my boss. I was like, you like Paul Simon? He's like, I could care. And then I had my buddy over, and he was talking about how he went to Austin and how they wanted to go to. He almost didn't go to the Comedy Mothership, and he almost went to a Paul Simon show by himself because nobody else wanted to go. And he was like, I was just thinking about sending Paul Simon. And I was like, dude, I fucking love Paul Simon. If I was there, I would have sent that shit. But yeah, I guess that's my guilty pleasure. Maybe Paul it's a take that people, I don't know. In my head, it's like fucking the way you think about shit. Like, I'm sure when people don't like it, and you're like, fucking, that shit's the shit. That's the tits. And the people don't feel the same way. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Nah, I think it helps you understand people better.
Yeah.
Like, you know, or like, I don't know. Because you can't fully know somebody.
Yeah, well, it's funny how stuff like that can make people friends.
Right.
Almost like it's like an understanding of like what's good and what's like,
exactly.
almost like what's right and what's wrong. It's like a moral kind of
moral compass.
Yeah. But through like an art, which is kind of like
there's certain checks and
that's what you were saying. Music's devalued.
There's certain checks and balances. They're gonna be. I'm telling you, there are gonna be people who are gonna see this. They're gonna see my face and be like, yo, this guy, like, but also, like I also hope that people get inspired or pissed off enough to do something about it. Don't like.
You gotta send them in one direction or the other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's what That's
what the insight shit.
Yes.
Yeah, insight room.
Like that's like internal like
yeah.
That's partial to why I haven't released music in a while. Is because like not that I don't feel a need to, but like people are dropping high quality music. It doesn't feel like there are not people dropping.
Yeah.
So like if you
you're not taking. Oh, honestly, that could go the other way though too, because then that kind of is like a good motivation. People dropping consistently, dropping good music. It's like you have to hold yourself to a higher standard and a higher quality.
That is why I will be dropping music.
Yeah. But
like, really it was, it's, we dropped You've Been Knowing in 2020. Working with Grubby Paws. The pandemic had just started, like it literally, like in the starts of the pandemic, we kind of, I don't want to say we just kind of put it out, like not we kind of put it out, we put it on vinyl, so we didn't just kind of put it out, we put it out, and then like from that project, like I didn't know where to go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like we're independent, bro, fam.
Concession fee is like one of my favorite songs.
Convenience fee, excuse me. Yes. Yo, but that's also see, that's what I'm saying. Like this is why simpler things. It just. Anyway, so I didn't know where to go from there because, like again, we're in a pandemic. Like also, where do you write after convenience fee? Like how do you? But also like.
I think I used the same sample too, unknowingly. Yeah.
Well, it's a few people. I've heard a few places, but I'm trying to figure out like, yo, where do you go? Where like how? Also too like now I'm working with people and doing a podcast.
Yeah. Well, I say different things kind of grew out of the pandemic for you.
Yeah. Yeah. But also like these people are. Yo, have any of these people reached out for a feature since convenience fee dropped?
To you?
Yeah.
I don't know. No. That's I think about that shit all the time too. Like I'm not like out here as much as you are with the rapping, or known as much as you are with the rapping, but like motherfuckers don't ask for features and shit. I don't know if people are timid or what. I'm trying to.
And if you look at rap, and if you look,
or do I suck?
Or do I suck?
Yeah.
Yo, because if I suck, tell me I suck.
Yeah.
Nah, seriously.
Yeah. No. That's well. I
because your opinion is valid. Okay, I don't care. No matter how, if I take offense to it or not, your opinion is fucking valid. But if I'll suck,
ask you for a feature.
Like if I suck, tell me I suck. Now I will tell you. Like I will say no. Like that is a thing. I will say no. Not like I'm not doing it. But like if you know what I mean. Like the beat not or I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like
if it's not for you,
it's just not for me.
Yeah, but send me another one.
Yeah, send me another one.
Yeah. Or do I fucking suck?
But you like, or do I suck? Because like if you go look at
I feel that same way. Like my boys ain't hit me up for. I'm always hitting my boys up to hop on the track. What do I fucking suck or something? Yeah. Am I just fucking?
But if you look at my discography, not that like people like people reach out to me, and also like it's not like. Also, you can tell that there are different eras in my life. If you listen to the music, you can tell there are different eras in my life. So I can also see how people like, all right, it might not be the right time, and or people may be unsure of which Yo Daddy Doe they're gonna get. Well, if you're unsure, just ask for the specific one.
Yeah. You want this kind of sound, you want that, yeah.
Check. I mean, usually the music will guide.
Yeah, direct you, whatever.
Yeah, it's not gonna. It's not gonna. But that's. Do you ask features? Like, do you have like a group that you work with right now?
I mean, group. Truthfully, like, I need to start taking music more seriously. I've always treated it as kind of. At first, I guess I thought that, as every young dumb white person going in with no like experience or anything does, you think that you're gonna pop off. So like originally, I guess I thought I was going to be like that would be like a full-time thing. But then as the podcast kind of developed, it became like a side hobby. But Nas, Fuego, but he moved away. Do you know Fuego Red?
Yep.
Yeah. My boy Al and my boy Chad. But it always felt like it was on like me to coordinate the things because I have the equipment. You know what I mean? I have Audio Technica with the stand, and I have an interface and the computer. And, you know, some of my boys don't even have like the laptop to operate shit on. So like, they could be writing stuff or whatever, but like it was almost like I didn't know if it was because like a lack of equipment and stuff like that, or if it was just because I suck, or like because I'm full of myself or something. Yeah, and I also think just like not connecting like with the right people kind of like drove morale down for me because like I'd never performed a show in like 3 or 4 years, and then the first show opportunity comes when like I haven't put out music in like fucking a year or something, you know what I mean? So then it's like, all right, well let me play this older stuff, but like I have newer stuff written that I know is better. I just haven't really recorded it because I guess I feel the lack of motivation too if I'm not with other people. I like the environment. Yeah. I also, it's like with me and Nas, I really like it. I don't know if he feels this way. We haven't really discussed it. And with my boy Chad too, I feel this way. Like I feel that they're so good lyrically that I'm trying to one up them. So it's like a friendly competition where like I'm not doing it being like I'm trying to get the better verse. I'm just trying to get as good as they are. Yeah. So like my boy Chad writes disgusting rhymes, and like I'm always just trying to make him be like, ooh, or like, you know what I mean? Have like Nas or Fuego. I remember like the first time I spit in front of Nas and Fuego, they were like, what the fuck? And I was like, this is exactly what I was going for. Yeah. This is what I hoped everybody else would do when I rap for them. But like, you know, so it's maybe just like a matter of not connecting with the right people too.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I don't know. Yo, shout out to Joe Grizzly, Jay Jordan called. Shout out to Showtime, bro. Like yo, I have known. Yo, again, I'm a fan. Like I'd be a fan of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's not dick riding.
It's not dick riding. Yo, but cause you see, that's what I'm saying. Yo, cause you know, yo, there are people who rap really well, like extremely well, and like you know them.
Yeah. Like personally, and you're like,
personally,
how do I know you? Like, yeah.
Like I know y'all personally.
Yeah. It's weird sometimes.
Do you? So like in creating the podcast, you feel like it's also not like. Not that it's like your duty or like, you know what I mean? Like what I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Growing the industry and like.
The problem with the podcast was it overshadowed the music stuff. So nobody knows that I even fucking do music because I'm known as PTP guy.
PTP.
I'm known as podcast dude. Fucking
PTP
I walked into
guy. Yo,
fucking
it's yo.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yo, fucking speaking of Grizzly Gang, Jack Dawson.
No. That's no. Grizz Gang and Joe Grizzly. That's two
different things. Excuse me.
Yeah,
sorry.
Let's get it. Let's be clear.
Not get it twisted. My apologies.
Respect to both.
Yeah.
But Joe Grizzly, Grizz Gang forever.
Gotcha. Okay.
Jack Dawson.
I guess I was always just confused by the name.
Fair enough.
My apologies to you. I meant no disrespect.
Oh no. Before. It doesn't matter.
But anyway, Jack Dawson.
It's no disrespect.
He does like a lot of photography and like the videos and such. For Grizz Gang.
Yeah. He was on the show.
Yeah, he came on the show. He's my buddy's older brother. He's like, I went to high school with his younger brother.
Okay.
Who's like a spitting fucking image of this guy. And they're both just like the funniest people to me. They crack me the fuck up. And I was at my boy's graduate. He graduated from college, my buddy, his younger brother.
Yeah.
And he had a grad party. And he walked in and like, I was just chilling. I saw him, but I wasn't going to I was just going to let him do his thing. And then I was going to go up and just be like, what's up? And he was like, oh shit, it's fucking Mr. Polluted Podcast. Yo. And it was just like, yep. What's up, man? How you doing? And like, he knows me better than that afterward. He's like, what's up, Colin? How you doing? And but like, that's just always the initial reaction. It's just like, it's the podcast guy. You know what I'm saying?
It's the
So he kind of stole my.
Yeah. Damn, I'm me.
Attention.
I'm me. Like, yo.
Yeah. I mean, yes and no though, because not that like I like the notoriety of the podcast. I like to go up. I'm sure you like feel the same way when you go places and like, yo, fucking coffee house and fucking Yo Daddy Doe, and like it's cool to be like known for some people like recognize you, you know, for sure. but then it's just when you do something else on your one of 8 or one of 3 or 4 Instagram pages, and it's not as recognized as some of the other stuff you do, it's a little deflating.
Nah, yo, shout out to my man. Well, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
But also, like, shout out to my man Show, because, like, he, you know what I mean, he helps me in this, because you know what I'm saying, he is a king of, like, depending on what you call me, lets me know how cool we are.
Okay. What are the levels? Actually, that's funny. I have a bar like that. So if you don't call me by my alias, I can't even trust. Yeah.
Because if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, like, so like, I don't want to give out his sauce.
Okay.
But, like, you know, for me, it's like, yeah, like, some people know me by certain names. And only, like, they're only, like, you know what I mean? Depending on how.
Yeah, like tiers of
yeah, like,
relationship.
Yeah.
Based on what you call me.
If you only know me as Coffee.
Yeah.
It's like,
then it's like you have a broad understanding of what I do.
Exactly.
You know who I am, but you're not enough to know my name.
Exactly.
But like I respect you shouting me out, kind of thing.
Appreciate
it.
Yeah. Now they're all, but it's. I mean, there are. I don't want to say that it's because there are people who know me, like, who will still refer to me as.
Yeah. I know what you mean. But so it's the difference when someone walks in, or like you see somebody else somewhere and they're like. Fucking for me, it'd be like it was like, yo, Colin. Like none of my friends call me Colin. Like you know what I mean. Everyone calls me like CG or everyone. So it's like
people call me Derek is a more
like recent thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it before?
YDD.
YDD. Yeah. D. I feel that.
Craig.
Yeah.
Like. That's most people call me D. Like throughout my entire existence, most people call me D. Craig.
Just because that was your tag,
no.
Or just first name.
Oh no, this is before tags was a tag thing.
Yeah. Okay.
This is before putting your when putting your first letter and your last name was a thing. Listen, you're not gonna get me on my millennial rant in here. I'm not. I'm just kidding.
But no, yeah, it's funny. Well, yeah, I mean, it's funny that's how we like judge relationship with people too.
Yeah,
is like something as slight as that. It's literally a first greeting.
No, I need to know how you know me.
Yeah. How you fucking know me? What you call me? How you know me?
Where your people from?
Where your mom stay, huh?
That's why this is how you get We May Be Cousins. Is because like if you're from the area,
we may be cousins. Yeah, that's cool. I also think that it was really cool with the threes.
The threes, right?
Yeah. How much?
We don't have to change that.
No. What?
It's bad for the algorithm. That's why.
It just doesn't look like. Yeah. It
doesn't look good.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good to me. It doesn't look good to the algorithm.
Yes.
It's like it's such a good correlation.
Yeah, that's why we did it. But I don't know. I haven't consulted Show about this, so he doesn't even know I'm even considering this. But no, like we're working on Cousins 2, working on a Joe Grizzly 3, working on a YDD solo ADHD 3. And
stuff going on at Canvas too.
Stuff going on at Canvas.
We discussed briefly, but well, I mean, first we got Town Hall. This should come out same day. This will come out on Juneteenth then.
Wait, you have Town Hall.
Oh, your City Hall. Excuse me. No, I'm saying your City Hall.
City Hall.
I'm saying
City
your
Hall.
City Hall.
Yes.
Yeah. Excuse me. I call it Town Hall. City Hall.
Town Hall.
Yeah, I'm from fucking Lindenberg. We have a Town Hall, not a City Hall. We're not too small.
And I was also thinking of Town Meeting, the band.
Oh no.
Shout out. I've already shouted out Luke already once on this podcast.
That's wild. 2 shout outs.
2 shit. That's crazy.
That's
crazy work.
Thursday.
It
is from, was it 9 to 5?
5 to 9.
5 to 9. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And that's at Fitchburg City Hall.
Yes. I hope It's gonna be great. I don't know if
It's gonna be awesome.
I don't know if this is gonna come
all
out.
The
by,
vendors and stuff that you've posted that are gonna be there. Dude.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna come out by the time that this comes out, but
yeah, and this will be right before, like probably hours before, if not like middle of the day.
I'm really excited about the buy black market because, like in everything I've been saying, here, like just trying to like. At the very least, like I don't know how to nicely say it. Like, other people do it. Like, why can't we do it for ourselves? Like, why can't we have nice things? Also, why can't we center certain center certain communities around ideas that stimulate the economy? Why can't we? And then why don't we replicate that? Where are the cultural groups? Where are the like like where are these like specific things that add value? You know what I'm saying? Like
and grow community.
We're in the area of Clegon. You know what I'm saying? Like where are the people who are here? Where are the people who were pushed out of this area because of like what I'm saying? Like certain redlining and like like
when this area became all the like not housing so to speak, but when this area got bought out by mainly factory workers, I feel like everyone got, I wouldn't say, I don't know enough about it to say they got displaced, but I feel like that's when the redlining sort of happened because all the certain demographic of people had moved into this area now.
Right. So it's like at the very least, right? Like we see opportunities for cultural experiences to take place. From my personal experience and going to different places and wanting to see more black and brown people, like okay, like how do I make it? Now, because it's always been cool for us to come outside, but like we have to make some of these spaces for ourselves.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like because the spaces aren't.
Aren't always available.
Like look around, like they're not always available.
Yeah,
they're not always available.
Not even available, exist.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like so, we have to make the spaces,
which is kind of cool. I meant to mention, sorry to cut you off, but the fact that it was the old Tris Lounge, where I feel like it was the only place that put on like a rap show.
Yeah.
That was like you know what I mean. That was the only place you could go to environment like that. Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, well, how do we just like put it on, like just like build it, they will come, right? Like it's like because we already exist here, you know what I mean? Like we're all seeking opportunities in various form or fashion. Again, the buy black market is, it is about entrepreneurship. It is about getting more businesses in our area, right? Like because I think also we're in an area where people run online businesses. Yeah, people run different style of businesses. Mm-hmm. Again, the market part I think scares all, like, you know what I mean, people who may like, oh, I might just sit up at a table just to, just to meet people, right? Like, and that's, I think there are other organizations in this area who do a very, very good job of getting people, like meeting people where they are, getting people to meet people where they are. Mm-hmm. I think there's a certain audience, a certain demographic. There's definitely a certain community, especially within hip hop, within music, arts and culture, community that we speak to. I don't want to say we speak for, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like we try to like, okay, what are you doing over here? What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? Yeah.
Try to be involved. Yeah. If they're part of one, but try to be involved with all.
Yeah. And like, so it's like, for me, it's constantly like, listen, like on social media, trying to, okay, what are people trying to keep up with people, because like
what do they want?
What do they want? What are they doing? What do they want? Where are they going? Who are they interested in?
I think the buy market is definitely in the right direction too, because this is the first. Second. Excuse me. They had last year at the City Hall too?
Yes.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Oh yeah.
But the idea that it's starting something that hopefully will continue, and it's like, I remember there being like
obviously this is on a holiday, so it's like a staple that could get put on a holiday. But I remember like just certain times of the year, there were certain things. There was like the block party that was in downtown Fitchburg, the old St. B's fair, like certain times like that and certain events like that, like molded my childhood. They meant so much to me. And like something like that could be of that. This is a day, now it's a national holiday, no school. People can,
well, not some people still
but most my company recognizes it.
Most people that they are.
So like it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something that can get built into a story for not like just you and the idea, but for somebody else to take with them.
Yeah. There's people, high school vendors, like
really,
like
it's dope.
That's what I'm saying. Like
something like that could like change their trajectory of what they want to do with their life.
Yeah, I work with an intern from the Women's Center for Excellence. Kat started their own business with working a part-time job, quit their part-time job, focused on making crafts. Now I don't know if they make a living, like a reasonable living, just making crafts and going to vendor markets, but like enough to be like, okay, I don't have to
work a part-time job. Well, that's fucking crazy. Well, so we got Buy Black Market, 5 to 9, this Thursday, Juneteenth. Q-Ferb's album release is the 28th.
Nah, don't put that out there. It's private.
Oh, my bad.
It's private.
You got fuck. It's exclusive. If you ain't got the invite, then you ain't going.
If you're not on the list, you can't get in.
Oh shit, my fault. I forgot. I forgot that he sent me an invite to it. My bad, Q-Ferb. Well, that's still happening the 28th though for the people who got an invite. So
nah, it's cool.
If you cool.
If you're cool, you might be able to get in. But
fuck with you.
Tell him that Polluted Thoughts guy sent you. Tell him that
much went wrong.
Tell him that Polluted Thoughts.
So many things went wrong.
What happened?
No, just all the technical difficulties.
Oh, yeah.
I fuck up Joe Grizzly. I fucking fuck this.
Nah,
up.
yo, shout out to them. Shout out to the Joe Grizzly. Yo,
yeah, like, absolutely. That's you said that was coming out soon too, right? 3. Oh, see, you got me saying shit that you. This is what happened. Fucking Moley leaked the goddamn skate park fucking shit on you. This is what happens. I don't mean to do it to people, and then I'd say shit, and then I don't fucking know.
Everyone just starts talking. We start getting in here. Boom, 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 boom. Now, yeah, I you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to have.
And my apologies to Aviate. I wasn't having him on to leak the. That was. We were just having a conversation, and you just threw it out there. I feel bad. I feel terrible. All right, give them all your hats and everything. Find all of them that you want them to know. I mean, if you want to give all 8, by all means, I would love to hear them.
Nah. Oh, okay. Yo, follow me, DCraig978 on all social media platforms, literally everywhere. Now, if you're on Instagram, you really want to get down and dirty with it. At Yo Daddy Doe for music things, professional rapper. At We May Be Cousins, professional rap duo. At Joe Grizzly 978, another rap group. At Young Coffee, record label and other artists. Shout out BK, Chandala Jerk. Shout out Violin Pulse, Provenance, Merrick Henry. Follow Coffee Corp if you're into nonprofit things. And in the nonprofit things, you can also follow Fitchburg Creative. If you're specifically in Fitchburg and want to figure out local community organizing things or want to figure out opportunities, etc., you can follow at Fitchburg Creative.
Yo Daddy Doe show, hopefully making a return.
The Yo Daddy Doe show will make a return. Oh, and yeah, the Yo Daddy Doe show will make a return. Merrick was on here to talk about. He also mentioned the Fan Fusion podcast,
yes, which I'm stoked about,
which will be produced by the Coffee Network.
Yes,
which is the reason why the Coffee Network exists is because things were getting produced. Everything was Young Coffee Productions at one point in time. Mm-hmm. So the different pages exist to like kind of take it away from Young Coffee Productions solely. And so Young Coffee Productions can focus on the artists,
gotcha. And then Young Coffee Networks can focus on the
podcasting.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that side of the media. That's cool. Very dope. I mean, every avenue.
Every avenue.
And they have an on-site location.
And we have an on-site location, which the page will be coming soon.
The 9th Instagram page.
Which will just add to the list.
And that is, I don't know, what's the exact address of it?
326 Main Street.
326 Main Street. Right there on the corner where Tris used to be at kind of I wouldn't say the beginning of Main Street, but beginning of Fitchburg downtown.
If you know anybody who does like window art, and or wants to paint the outside of the building, shout out Steady Galetti. I don't know where the ad roll gonna go in here.
It'll be in the middle after the technical difficulty.
Yeah. Well, shout out Steady Galetti.
Yeah.
Shout out to them, and shout out to their decent dance.
Yeah.
I fuck with them heavy. I fuck awesome. With them heavy. They're awesome.
Yeah, those are family friends.
Hell yeah.
Grew up with Tony.
Hell yeah.
He's like the uncle that was like your dad's boy. He was just always like just a goofball. He was always just having a good time. He was always like fun, freeloading.
They're definitely good people. And
no swears too. He's always clean as hell.
And I got to work with them. They brought Tiny Fest.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like, again, just like, when people like I don't want to say people like that, it sounds crazy, but like, you know what I mean? Like, there are people who are doing, like, we're on parallel paths, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and it's just great when we get to collide. It's great to know that people like that exist. It's great to know people like you exist, or, you know what I mean? It's great people like you exist. It's great that there are people who are like really pushing the culture forward, really pushing the needle forward. I think there are, you know what I mean, like people who are on bigger platforms, et cetera, who are very much appreciative of the work that we are doing here on the ground, because like without us like really like putting foot to pavement, like that other shit doesn't really
nothing happens.
Yeah.
Feel that. That's that dance stuff I was telling you about, the contemporary dance. That's how what I know Tony through. Tony was like the poster child of I have a t-shirt with fucking Tony on it that was like the cover art for like that year's shit. Is like him and Wings, and everyone makes fun of him. I thought it was sick. It's like him like this. I'll show it to you after.
That's fire.
But he was like the poster child for the guild, is what it was called, the Guild Dancers.
Hell yeah.
And he was a professional dancer. Tony's the real fucking deal.
Really?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. He is like a disgusting contemporary dance, like so fucking good. You never know it too, just by the way he like kind of conveys himself. Like,
well, no, I mean like, his set is like I'm sure you've seen his set before. Yeah.
Oh, golden! It's like a different kind of golden.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It makes me laugh.
If you knew Tony too, like, imagine growing up knowing this guy your whole fucking life, him doing all that shit in front of you, and then one day he just does it on stage in front of other people who don't know him, and you're like, this is fucking gold, dude. He hit me with one. I won't expose it. I won't ruin it because I might botch it too, but it was, and like he knows they're like dumb too. Like he gets the kick out of it, and he had one the other day that I just like I couldn't stop fucking laughing because of what he did. I was just like, where do you fucking come up with this shit, dude? Yeah, but shout out everybody. We'll wrap this up here. Shout out fucking Yo Daddy Doe, Coffee House, Canvas.
You bum ass rappers can't come on the podcast.
Everyone can come on the
podcast. I'm just kidding. Yo, I love y'all.
I'll always leave you peace and believe in yourselves. I'll catch you fools later. Deuces.